Hello, 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 my dear viewers, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel. This time around, I bring you this week's chapter of Boku no Hero Academia 138 of its name yet to be named. Again, the name appears to be on another page, but this first page, Jesus, the first page alone has a lot of text. Well, let us begin. So we have, is it Midoriya speaking? I don't know. Based on Night High's vision of one of its members' futures, we discovered a complex underground facility within the Eight Precepts mana that hadn't previously been reported. And it's been confirmed that a little girl is being concealed inside one of the rooms of that facility. She is our target for this mission. Okay. On his way from the underground entrance to the girl's room, the male member in question did not take even the slightest detour. For that reason, we were unable to gain an understanding of the layout of the entire facility. Well, you gained a lot, really. It may not look like much, but you gained a lot. In exchange, the path the man walked could serve as a direct route to the target and is also the most valuable information to us as we perform our search of the 8 precepts of that spacious property. The infiltration plan is unfolding before our very eyes. Okay. Okay, who's this guy? Okay, just some random guy, but even if we aim straight for our objective, if they start freely unleashing their quirks on us, it will heavily impede the search, and on that note, I've compiled a list of quirks registered to members of the 8 precepts, the ones we're aware of anyway. Okay. Who's this guy from the police department? Yes, apparently he is, because they are saying 8 a.m. in front of the police station, so probably this guy is of the police department. Very well. Okay, now here we go, the first official page. Okay, chapter 138, Go. Really, the title is Go, not as in Go, let us begin, but the title is literally just Go. In order to not afford them any time to hide the target, we need to locate and apprehend hold of the 8 precepts members. And it must be done as quickly as possible. So they have an entire platoon of policemen just standing guard outside. Policemen who, mind you, are just normal workless guys, I believe. Very well. Things sure came together quickly. You've been just brimming with energy all morning. Well, now's not the time to get nervous, Uraraka. Okay, we went from detective work to cooperation with the police. Okay. Okay, so they are now sharing their opinions with the pros. Because like they went, I mean, it's not like it's the first big thing they face, but it's the first big official cooperation they have, so it's normal that they actually feel like this. Kirishima's just like, man, all the pros are super calm and collected. Okay, so apparently Gran Torino isn't coming. Okay, it seems he'll no longer be able to make it. Apparently, Tsukauchi, who was chasing some leads to the League of Villains, detected some big movements from them. Gran Torino seemed really frustrated about having to drop out, but hey, we're not at all lacking in manpower. It won't be a problem. Okay. I'll be operating alongside you all from the Night Eye offices. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yes, sir. I didn't get it. Like, is he saying he can trust on him as more than a teacher now? Like, I don't know. It would be cool to see a tag team between Midori and Aizawa, though. That would be really awesome. Heroes, we may have to get a tad violent. There's really no helping it. If you see even the slightest amount of suspicious behavior or hostile intent, I urge you to respond in kind. Okay. Tamaki scarfed this down. It's swordfish. Ah, okay. And the first time I read this, I was not understanding. I thought he was mentioning his scarf, but no, he's giving him some swordfish to eat, so he can apparently transform later into a sword. Our adversaries, weakened as they may be, are the Yakuza who have resiliently survived to this day. I urge you to not let your guard down even for an instant and fulfill each of your roles to the fullest. Move out. Nice. Offices of the Eight Precepts of Dead, residential manor. Okay, very cool. I like the style. Ooh. Oh, very interesting. Sorry, father, things are going to get a bit noisy. 8:30 a.m. Mission commence. As soon as I read the warrant to we'll storm right in. I'm counting on you all to make it fast and smooth. Does he not trust us? Let's just say focused, lock. Okay. I love that. You didn't mean it like that, you dingus. You got yourself quite the temper, don't you? I mean, to begin with, these Yakuza are no big deal. They're nothing but social outcasts who can only live by sneaking around everywhere. I bet you anything that as soon as they lay their eyes on all these heroes and police, they'll curl up like the cowards they are. Sure, you'll be the first one to fall. Jesus. The guy is just ringing the bell. He just stayed there while a massive Bane-like guy came storming out of the gates. So many people and so early in the morning. Jesus. Someone call DC and tell them that that Bane has ran off to Japan. Okay, so Aizawa and Midoriya have both saved the police officers who were sent flying. Okay. Oh, I like her. At any rate, rather than letting our forces go to waste here, we of the Ryukyu offices will deal with this miscreant. Everyone please continue the mission. Very nice. So the Ryukyu offices will stand guard at the entrance. Very cool. I like her quirk. She can literally transform into a full-blown dragon. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh my goodness. Hey now, what the hell are you trying to pull, you bastards? You can't be storming in here like you won't join. We are heroes and police. We have a search warrant for suspicion of the manufacture and distribution of illegal drugs. Quirk, lift manipulation, okay. Okay, first that big guy, now this. Aren't they scared of us? Wait, who's that hand? Oh, it's not. It's that cloaked guy. Who is he? He wasn't presented, was he? Yeah, he was the guy I was discussing at the end of the last video because he was not presented. I mean, he was shown but not presented properly. A large number of them are running in the same direction at full speed. In other words, they know exactly where they want to go and they likely know of the existence of this place. Meaning we've been found out, and if they find her, we're finished. I'd long since assumed that it could come to this eventually, but that was a lot faster than expected. I cannot allow myself to be found out now. I'm not here. They just started running wild on their own. Oh, holy heck. Okay, let us take this slow. Let's go with that, shall we? That's exactly what I nurtured these pawns for, after all. When Chisaki selects the people to have at his side and has them don a mask, that means he's entrusting dirty jobs to them. He doesn't want to breathe the same air as dirty people, and thus he has them wear masks. It's not proof of his trust in them, but rather proves that they are his pawns. The Eight Expendables. Oh, this changes things a bit. I always thought they would be like his 8 faithful companions, but no. These guys are just cannon fodder. You can get more of them. They will buy you time. During that time, take everything along with Eri and conceal yourselves fully. Hell's watchdogs lie in wait. The 8 precepts of death. I always thought Chisaki would be one of them, but apparently no. I mean, he is death himself, so it makes sense that he's not one of the precepts. But damn, look at these guys. And lady, I would assume, please. I'm not trying to assume anyone's gender. I sure know how picky people can be about that these days. But come on, with that hair and those facial expressions, she looks like a girl. The one with the black beaked mask in the far left corner of the page. Yes, right where the text Hell's watchdogs lie in wait, she looks like a girl. I could say the same for the second, counting from the top left, but I'm not gonna assume anyone's gender anymore. I do really like the look of the scarecrow looking guy. Like, that guy looks insane. If he isn't inspired by DC Scarecrow, I don't know what is then. Then we have, well, let's go with them one by one. So we have the scarecrow looking guy. He looks crazy. Those eyes say everything. He looks crazy. The guy literally has a bag over his head with like a rope tying the bag so it doesn't fall. Like, amazing. Then we have this bug mask looking fellow with a bigger eye and one that appears to be just a line. Oh no, wait, that's the yeah, that's that's the separation tilt on the conceal word. No, he has 2 big eyes, but the second one is just beneath the letter, so we can't actually see it. I believe that in the anime this scene will look much better. Then we have this freaking he has like it looks like he's a horse face. Like, he has like a very long mask that apparently follows his facial structure. The others you can see is just a mask, and thus the mask is an extension of the face. Sure, one of them looks like a plague doctor, but it's just aesthetic. This guy really looks like the mask is just put on his face. and then it's held by literally his beak, maybe? Well, since the Ryukyu lady can transform into a dragon, this guy could transform into some sort of aviary creature. Either bird or maybe dinosaur? Pterodactyl, maybe? That would be very cool. So then we have the Bane-looking fellow. We have the assumed girl with the black beak mask with her eyes wide open. We have the bald guy with the doctor's mask. Well, when I say doctors, I say just really one of those simpler masks. We have this guy with the spiked hair who appears to be... Like, whenever you see a character in mangas and whatnot, whenever you see a character being presented and the guy's like super calm with his eyes closed, with a peaceful look, you know this guy is gonna give some trouble. Like, I'm calling it right now, this guy will face Midoriya. I'm calling it right now. And then we have the plague doctor looking guy, which is pretty self-explanatory. The guy just really looks like a plague doctor. That hat and all, the mask itself is a plague doctor looking mask. And I assume his remaining aesthetic will prove that very same thing. Very well, I have found my thumbnail, ladies and gentlemen. I have found it. Okay, this was a very interesting chapter. Again, I say this in every Boku no Hero Academia chapter, but it's because it's true. The chapters have been goddamn good. Goddamn good. It's goddamn good. So I gotta say it. Better say it while they are rather than later when they aren't. You guys know me. I do say whatever I think of the chapter, so I really enjoy these chapters. The only thing I could have liked a little bit more, but it's not about this chapter, and perhaps my concerns are unfounded if we take in consideration that this saga is just beginning, is that we could have had a more proper introduction of some of the heroes we are working with here. Because apart from Ryukyu, if that's even her name, but I believe so, because if Night Eye Offices is named after Night Eye, then Ryukyu Offices must be named after Ryukyu. But all the other heroes, for instance, this hooded guy who just dispatched the leaf manipulation guy, he could have been presented in at least just give them names. I was not asking for quirks or a specific overhaul on them. Just, it would be cool to at least know their names, not that I would remember most of them, but at least if they had been presented, we could have known them a little bit more than we actually know. Because as of now, they are just random heroes who have sprouted. Like this guy, Lock. I believe this is the first time we've heard his hero name, or any of his names for that matter. So, another very interesting point that I saw now that I was scrolling back the chapter. Overhaul's father. Is it really his father? Or is he calling him father as in he was the former leader of the 8 Precepts of Death, of the Yakuza group that now hosts the 8 Precepts of Death, and he, given his illness, passed the job down to Chisaki. That may be the case, or maybe he's really Overhaul's father. So yeah, I don't believe there's anything else to say. And yeah, we have a lot of random heroes. We could have just at least gotten their hero names. But it's, as I said, it's not a thing of this chapter. It's a thing that could have been addressed earlier than it was. But it was still cool to see all the heroes join the Night Eye offices, Mirio, Night Eye, Bubble Girl, the Centipede guy, Fat Gum, Kirishima, Tamaki, then the Ryukyu offices, and all the random heroes who are there to help. Lock, the shadowy hooded looking guy. Yeah, it's very cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is it for this week. This is it for Boku no Hero Academia. Sadly, there was no One Piece this week, but next week they shall appear again, and we'll finally start with Big Mom's flashback. Yes, but that will be this week. That will be it for this week. I'm eating my own words, and I assure you, I ate breakfast just a few minutes ago. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please do let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this chapter and your opinions on the next one. I'll see you guys next week. Have a fantastic weekend, and bye-bye.